Hello, my dears. This is Resilient Lives, checking in to see how your Labor Day weekend went. Hoping again and again that you are doing well and continuing on this journey to thrive. I had a very full weekend. I think I wore myself out on Labor Day. It was a beautiful day. The weather was great and it was enjoyable. And I tried a few new recipes. Now, skip to today. And we can't help but notice the extremes all over the country. The extremes are everywhere. The extremes in the weather and in all of the different things that are going on. So I just wanted to just mention to you that we have got to, I guess, get a sense of urgency here because the extremes have started to take place. You have, of course, the fires that's raging in California and the high temperatures. And here in the Chicago area, we went from warm weather to rain and storms, but it's been in the 60s and it's been raining. And someone I spoke to was even thinking about starting a fire in the fireplace. Now, really? But it's just a reminder. It's kind of like a sign of the times. We stumbled. We didn't really stumble. I felt like we kind of stumbled into the pandemic because it happened so quickly. First, we were thinking we were moving along all right, and then we were quarantined, and we've had to learn how to do so many things differently. And so that started in March. Then the summer came and we thought the pandemic was going to ease up. And so we've just had so many things that have been going on. We've been dealing with change. And we know that dealing with change and managing change, it takes a skill, managing change. Some of us don't like change, but this is not the time to focus on whether we like it or not. Because in order to deal with the life that's been presented to us, we must accommodate and adapt. I think that's what we've talked about before. But we're looking at the autumn and the fall and what that is ushering into our lives again. Change, extreme change. Now was what the theme of the pandemics that we are experiencing is extreme change. I mean, it wasn't just a little bit of change, but it was an overall total change. Changed the way we food shop, changed the way we are being in the world, brought us into fearfulness and anxiety. And we're working on controlling that because we want to thrive. And we know that if we're going to thrive, then we got to stay on our toes. We have got to have some sense of urgency. And so here we are in the Chicago area. People are putting on their jackets. It looks like it's going to be a cold week. And then I understand in Denver it was snowing. What is going on? What is going on? But we must keep our wits about us, knowing that we can get through anything if we just stay together and remember to be alert, have that sense of urgency. This is not a time to become complacent. We talked a little bit about see, feel, and the three things that are necessary to deal with change. But in order to get some action going, we have to have a sense of urgency. We just can't sit here and say, it'll happen. So I'm not sure what's happening in your neck of the woods. I do realize that in California there are a lot of fires, and of course we want you to be safe. Be safe. Of course, we have the shadow of this pandemic that's following us around, and we're observing the protocols. But remember that together we can get through this. There's nothing that we cannot do if we band together. So remember, the flu season is upon us. And the suggestion is that we get our flu shots early so that we can fight that one flu, the regular flu, and just be alert to all of the things that are going on. How are you feeling? Just listen to your body. That's what I'm doing. I'm listening to my body. Today I was tired, and I wasn't sure if because it was a gray, rainy, windy day, if the weather impacted my mood, my attitude. I thought, where's my joy? What happened? And so I thought, okay, let's be alert, because we want to be positive and we want to somehow make sure that we are maintaining that joy, that flame that we have. And some things might want to blow out your flame, blow out your joy and your passion when we feel all of the hugeness of what we are experiencing. We have the numbers of deaths is continuing to rise, and the concerns of job loss and all of these things are preying upon us. And so we just, this is the time for action. It's the time to figure out, what are we going to do? We've got to have a plan. We've got to make sure that we develop some structure and then get on it. Get on it. And so I just wanted to rein you in, because I'm not sure how your Labor Day weekend, but it looked like we didn't get a whole lot of time to adjust from the wonders of Labor Day to what's going on now. So this is Resilient Lives, sending you a few nuggets to help you to know that change is coming, and we must manage that change. That's how we've been doing it all since this pandemic started. We've been learning to manage the change. We've been looking at crises as opportunity. We're looking at how to flip the adversities, how to do that, and that has such a positive effect on our mental, our emotional well-being, and that's how we do it. That's it. That's how we do it, is to remember to do those things that are going to help us to fan that flame of joy. So if it feels like it's going out because the weather is changing or problems are expanding, stop and pause and listen to how you feel and where you feel it, and stop and pause and do those things that bring you joy. And so I would suggest that you receive the love I'm sending to you today, knowing that we are healthy together and we belong together, looking to thrive and fulfill the goals that we have set. And our goal is to thrive, to be hopeful, to have those positive emotions. Remember, we're building on the positive emotions. When you have positive emotions and then you build more positive emotions, that all helps to establish that well-being that's going to help us thrive. So you have a good night, And we will talk to you again soon. Bye now.